Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. Those of you who are subscribers, viewers of the Adrienne Ross Show, my guess is that you're familiar with and maybe even subscribe to Rachel DeMita's Courtside Club channel on YouTube, and you probably know her as well from the Big 3. Now she's formerly of the Big 3. So I'm guessing also that you heard that she was fired from the Big 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you why, according to Front Office Sports, she was fired. I'm going to share with you just a snippet of her comments about being fired. And then I'm going to tell you my thoughts about how she handled talking about her firing. So let's go over to frontofficesports.com first. So you see here, Rachel DeMita out at Big 3 after Caitlin Clark tweets during game. Now, this is not Caitlin Clark tweeting. This is about Rachel DeMita tweeting during a game. So it says, DeMita is no longer with Big 3 after she tweeted about Caitlin Clark highlights happening at the same time as a game she was working. And it says, popular basketball influencer Rachel DeMita's time with Ice Cube's Big 3 basketball league has come to an end. The, quote, final straw that led to the parting was when DeMita tweeted about Caitlin Clark highlights this past Saturday, and that's not today. Today is the 21st of June. It's talking about a week ago. So it says, she was tweeting about Caitlin Clark highlights this past Saturday during a game which she was working as a courtside correspondent for Big 3, sources told Front Office Sports. A Big 3 spokesperson declined to comment, saying the league does not comment on personnel matters. DeMita's agent could not immediately be reached for comment. Clark returned to the court Saturday after missing 5 games due to a quad injury as the Fever faced the WNBA defending champion Liberty on ABC. At the same time, Big 3 was airing from Chicago on CBS. Now, pay attention to that because that's key here. So, CC's playing with the Fever against the Liberty. The game is the same time. Big 3 was airing from Chicago on CBS. During the respective games, DeMita shared a video of Clark making a deep three-pointer, writing, "For those who questioned the hype." And again, in case it slipped your mind that fast, she's working at that time for the Big 3. And she tweets about CC's highlights. DeMita, a former host of NBA 2K TV, has a wide following on social media for her basketball commentary. And it goes on to talk about the numbers on the various social media platforms. And she had been with the Big 3 since last season. Okay, so you have followed what happened. She's at work doing her job. There's a game. During the game, she tweets about Caitlin Clark's game and highlights about Caitlin Clark's game. And supposedly, according to what I just shared, the final straw was that she did that while she was working. So I don't know what you think about that, but that's what was reported. So then Rachel DeMita went to her YouTube channel, Courtside Club, and she spoke about what happened because she wanted people to hear from her and not just all the other talk going on out there. So let's look at a little bit of that. She entitled her video, "The Real Reason I Was Fired."
What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel DeMita, and welcome to the Courtside Club. In today's video, we need to address the elephant in the room, or the elephant that is currently going viral on social media, and that is the news that I was fired from the Big 3. Now, my intention in making this video is just to tell you guys the truth. I don't have a publicist telling me what to say. No one's telling me what to say. I just wanted to give you guys the truth, give you guys my side. You guys were also so invested in the Big 3 from all of the content that I've made about it here on my YouTube channel, on Instagram, on Twitter, TikTok, all of the things. So I feel a responsibility to tell you guys the truth, let you guys know what happened. And I don't want to make this any more dramatic than it needs to be. So with all of that being said, the rumors are true. I was fired from the Big 3. And
so I'm going to stop right there. You can watch the rest of it on her own YouTube channel, and the link to that will be in the description of this video. I just wanted to show you that little bit as an introduction to what I want to say. She decided that she was going to get on her YouTube channel and talk about this. And she does. It's just a little over 5 minutes, but she felt a responsibility because when things like this come out, she has a big following. People start to question and people start to assume, and there are all kinds of things that go on. And so she said, I'd rather people hear it from me. What I want you to hear from me is my reaction to her sharing what happened. She talks about how she received an email, and that's how she found out she was fired, and that's how she found out why she was fired. So what do I think about what she said in her video? It's not easy, I'm sure, to be fired. And therefore, it's not easy to come before people who admire you, who follow you, and then talk about the fact that you were fired. She said in this video she'd never been fired from a job before. So you know what? That's a gut punch. She could have just said, I'm not saying anything. I'm going to crawl into a hole and just, they can think whatever they want to think. I'm not going to say anything about it. But instead, she came, she said, the rumors are true. I have been fired. She acknowledged why she was fired. She didn't deny that she was tweeting. She also said, I was working. I did my job. I did a good job at my job. But yeah, I did put a little, little highlights out there. She didn't think apparently that she did anything wrong. But here's what I wanted to say. I respect the way Rachel handled this. Again, first of all, saying anything at all, and then acknowledging that she did what they say she did, and that as far as she knows, that's why she was fired. The utmost respect for then saying, somebody could have come to me and talked to me about it. That would be reasonable, I would say. But she didn't then go on to totally blast the Big 3. She didn't blast her employers. And you know what? Many people who feel like, man, could we not have had a conversation about it? Or I've been doing a good job and I was doing a good job that night. They would have lit fire to some people. There are a lot of people who would have handled it in a way that some would even say was justified. But instead, you know what she said? I'll take it on the chin. I didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't not do my job, but I'll take it on the chin. And so I get it. I get why they were upset by it. And I believe she said that as well. I get it. If you're working this game, then tweeting about another game that's in competition with that game and a different network and all that. Okay, I can see why it was like, well, you're kind of working for the opposition at the same time when you're supposed to be working for us. I get it, but I also get this. Somebody's been working hard for you, doing their job, and if you have a major issue with something like that, then why not just say, listen, this is a warning. We realize that you were tweeting, and we really, maybe you didn't think about it, but we got a game going on at the same time. You're supposed to be totally focused in on what you're doing here, and you certainly are not supposed to be promoting something else that would be competition. I mean, if you really wanted to do all that, then just say that. But firing to me is a bit over the top. I just don't get why she doesn't deserve a conversation. And I'm sure she feels the same way. I believe she said as much. She didn't say it irately. She didn't point fingers and blame them. She took responsibility and said, okay, it's a learning experience. I'll take it on the chin. I didn't, and I just have respect for her having the conversation, first of all, bringing up the conversation with people she knows are invested in her, people she's invested in, people like you. And she wanted to do, she wanted to show the respect to say, okay, let's talk about it and not deny anything. Say, hey, I'll take responsibility for it, and totally not blow up and try to embarrass them. And she kept it short, 5 minutes of just saying, here's what it is. In today's culture, you don't find a whole lot of that. Now, I don't know anything about the motives of the big three or anything, I don't know anything about it at all, but I just got to say, if she wasn't given the benefit of just a conversation and a warning, you kind of wonder, is it really this? I mean, I don't know. Is it Caitlyn? It was that she was talking about Caitlyn during that time. And again, I don't know, but it's just really odd to me that someone who's been working for you, that you wouldn't just say, hey, we can talk about it and don't let it happen again. Just seems odd to me, but maybe that's just me. With Rachel, I feel like she felt like she deserved an opportunity to have another chance, but she wasn't going to just go all wild about it, just handled it so respectfully in the midst of a situation that was clearly not what she expected, and probably hurt a lot more than she let on, even in her video. So I'm sure that Rachel DeMita, like she said, I'll take it on the chin. I'll move on from here. And I'm sure there are great opportunities. And I say, God bless you abundantly, Rachel DeMita. But yeah, I wanted to shout her out for the class she showed in her video. Not always easy to do when, you've been slighted. Even when, even when you feel like you should have been given more grace, you've been slighted and you handled it with class. I wish you well. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.